Okay, good morning to the February 2025 Board of Public Works. Roll call, please. Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of February 25.
Motion to approve those minutes.
I second.
There's no business. Number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives.
Yes, please.
Mr.
Late yesterday, we are looking to do some concrete work on the 4200 block. We have no problem with this. We'd ask the board to approve the right-of-way permit.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Anything else from representatives? Okay, moving on to correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from William Short, Police, requesting the approval for Sergeant Paul to receive CBO specialty pay made effective January 31st, 2025.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter received from Dean Butler for lane of the northbound lanes of Kennedy Avenue, starting from North 165th Street to Michigan Street frontage road with 4 phases, which phase 1 will begin February 2025, 3.5 months. Closure is required to complete the NDOT Kennedy Avenue Road Diet project.
Very well said.
Yeah.
So we have a project funded 80-20. Milestone is the low bidder through NDOT. We hired United Consulting to help the project. We met last week with Milestone to put the traffic onto the southbound lane, so there'll be 1 lane open in each direction between 165th and Gibson Transfer Road. And then it'll, from Gibson Transfer Road to Michigan will be 1 lane for the entire, and that'll start March 1st. We expect to end sometime September, October at some phase, and then they'll put the traffic on the northbound lanes, 1 lane in each direction, but still northbound, north of Gibson Transfer Road. At the same time, the county is rebuilding the bridge north of Gibson Transfer Road over the, and so that's all with that project as well. And so I know it's on Kennedy Avenue is, was closed. At least we have 1 lane open in 1 direction. Obviously, emergency vehicles could still make it through if they needed to, so I'd ask for your permission.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter C, Purdue University Northwest requesting permission to hold a concert event on April 25th, 2025 from 4 p.m. in the 173rd Main parking lot. The Hammond Police Department and PNW Police Department will be present at this concert to ensure safety and security.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, correspondence received from Chris Campbell, Director of Technology, requesting the approval with provider for the new management system for the Hammond Animal Control.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter received from United Consulting recommending the bid award for the 2024-2 Community Crossings Project be awarded to Milestone Contractors, LP, who was the apparent low bidder in the amount of $1,494,585 submitted for approval.
These bids last week, we need to award the contract prior to March 7th in order to qualify for the match. Reviewed the bid documents from Milestone, and they are complete. They are responsive and responsible bidder, and so I'd ask for your permission to award the contract to Milestone for the Community Crossings 2024-2 in the amount shown.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 8, matters from board members.
Move to.
A service agreement for continuation of services with Exxon Enterprise for our tasers in the amount of $103,992 to be spread out over 5 years. Because we did it for 5 years, it saved us $27,000.
Motion to approve.
I second.
Aye. Anything else from board members?
No, sir.
Okay, moving on to number 9, new business, letter A, governmental agreement with Hammond Department of Development for the transfer of property located at 5529 Soul Avenue.
Good morning to the board. Request that this be approved as presented. This is to allow further Soul Avenue.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, communications agreement with branding room floor submitted for approval.
Request this agreement be approved as presented from the mayor's office.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Moving on to letter C, Cinder Dalton annual service agreement received from the controller requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, law for property 530 Conkey Street submitted for approval.
Yes, to the board. This is work that was performed. I've submitted to the board proof of that work as is required, showing that the demolition occurred, showing that and I believe there's an invoice as well, and I would request off on the lien as presented.
Should I give the invoice amount, or does that matter?
Sure.
The invoice amount is $14,225.
That should match the lien amount on the cover.
Yes, it does.
All right.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, contract authorized Salyer Plumbing for the Hammond Police Department.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, request for rental registration hearing submitted for approval. Did I get rid of that one already?
Motion to set the date for February 27th, 2025.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter G, demolition hearings. Letter A, 829 Ames, the garage.
Okay, if I could just set the record. So we have on the agenda today 4 demolition hearings. These matters have all been noted in the Building Act. Specifically, certified and regular letters have gone out to the owners or those that have a substantial property interest. Also, the notice has been sent by publication in the Times, and it's been published in the Times, and we have proof of that publication. Finally, the notices have been posted on the property via a placard. Usually it's a neon color. I think we have photos of that as well. And I would like to present to the board the cities and the inspections department as the enforcement authority photographs that have been taken of the property. So when we go through them, you'll have those before you. I've got some updated photos too if those are needed. Given the condition of the property, all these properties that you're going to hear about this morning do fit the definition of a vacant or unsafe building under the Unsafe Building Act, and the city's position will be to request that the order to demolish be affirmed by the board. So with that, present on 829 Ames.
Last call, 829 Ames. Okay.
All right, this is a garage. I do have some updated photos for the board if you need to see those.
Okay.
And I appreciate the inspectors getting those to me this morning so the board can see the update. This is a property, the owner is listed as a Tandalite at the same address. As you can see, the garage is in terrible condition with a broken door, missing sign. The certified mail came back as undeliverable, so it does not appear. I'm not sure if the property is abandoned as well, but I'm sure we'll be looking into that. I'd request that the board affirm the order as presented.
Motion to affirm.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, moving on to letter B, 7114 Columbia, the garage and the shed.
7114 Columbia. We show the owners listed as a Mr. and Mrs. Rezanenko. As you can see from the photos, there's a shed and garage structure that's in terrible condition. The shed seems to be falling over. There's unpainted doors, missing eaves, missing gutters and soffit, boarded up of a potential residence in the rear house. I did not receive any response from the owner, but they're present here today. I've got some updated photos that were taken also. Jordan's here, and this is in his district, so he's here to present the evidence as needed.
Okay.
Good morning, Board.
Let me show you the
Okay.
owner. Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
Is this your property that we're talking about?
yes,
It's Ames.
Okay.
You agree those are photos of the property, right?
yes.
Okay. And this is only for those rear structures. This is not an order of demolition on the home.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you give us your name, please?
Natalie Rezanenko,
Okay, and are you the owner of the property?
my parents
Okay,
were.
were? Who is currently?
It's still under my mom's name.
Okay,
She passed away a few years ago.
Is anyone living in the home?
Yeah,
Who?
myself and my sister.
okay, can you tell what is going on with the property, what your plans are for the property?
I don't know what to do. We don't have the money. I foolishly paid somebody $2,200 to remove a tree that fell from next door onto our property. And after they removed that tree, he said he was going to trim trees around. Well, they took it out, that we noticed that there was a hole in the top of it, and
Is there anything in the shed or the garage of any?
junk.
Okay, so objection to the city knocking those structures down?
Are they going to charge?
Your property, so they don't, it's not like you have a bill that you're going to pay. It'll just be placed on the property when you sell the property.
Okay, and I don't know if we're going to be selling it or they're going to take it. I don't know.
Okay. So, and I just want to make sure Jordan states to the board, there shouldn't be anybody living in that back house, right? That would be an illegal.
No,
code.
so during
Hey, Jordan, come up to the mic, there you go.
during my inspection, it's not a determination that somebody occupies those rear structures at all. The shed is dilapidated, the roof is collapsed. It does have a side door. It looks like it's a service door because of the way that the garage is situated on the property, where the service door, the overhead door for the cars, is in between another garage. So that door that you see on the side of the garage by the fence, I believe to be the service door, and I don't believe anybody is habitating inside.
So we just want to make sure that Ms. Rosanenko knows that nobody can be living there.
No,
Okay.
Okay, and you, there would be no cost to you today. There's a lien put on the property in case you sell it. That's what would happen, so.
okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We're behind on property tax. So, I don't know.
Okay, so you have no saying of those being tore down?
No, but the garage have to come down.
Because of the condition of it.
Do you understand that, ma'am? It's very unsightly to the community, number one,
Yeah.
and the roof looks like it's got a lot of trouble in the roof there. She said just junks in the garage and shed?
It looks to me that, like, from the photos I saw, the softened fascia's gone.
It is.
The windows appear to either have water damage or are getting
God
damaged.
bless you.
So it just seems to be, given the condition of the property, and all I would say, and obviously, we understand and, feel for, anyone that has a financial hardship. But, it seems like if the money does come, it probably should be to save the house where they're living instead of trying to repair the garage. Because it's not going to get any better if we say, oh, we won't knock down the garage. I mean, I think just by the testimony today, it appears that if there is some money that comes in, that they're going to use it to catch up on the
Catch up on the
payments.
payments, yeah.
So I would think that the garage isn't going to get any better over time, and for that reason, we would, given even its current condition, it should come down.
Do you understand that, ma'am? The garage is going to continually get worse and worse, and it sounds like if you do come into some money of some sort, you're going to catch up on your taxes or your payments, not fix the garage. Something you can do in the future, so that's why we are inclined to take it down.
And brought the trees down, that's when the windows came off.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not blaming her
No,
for
not at all.
what happened. I mean, we understand that things happen, and it's not her fault the tree fell down on it. It's just that, given the condition of it, we have no choice but to make sure that when we receive complaints about a structure and we look into it, and if it's in an unsafe condition, we either ask them to repair it, and if they can't, we want to knock it down to get it, just to eliminate the blight and the appearance of that. It doesn't look good.
So if we affirm the order today, how much time would she have if in case something happened and she
Yeah.
could somehow afford it?
Or if she wants to remove the stuff, she'll have time. Probably, we won't even bid the work out probably for another 6 to 8 weeks. She'll
Okay.
probably have like 3 to 4 months. Is there electric in either of those?
There used to be, I don't think there is anymore.
No electric, okay, so we'll note that.
Okay.
Check that, okay.
So ma'am, you would have to, in case somehow you could come up with the money. If not, then we are going to affirm the order today to take the structures
Come up
down.
with the money to what? Knock
To
them
make the
down?
repairs that need to be done to the garage.
Oh,
You're gonna get one, we're bidding the work out to knock
Okay.
it down. So when you get that notice, if you want to come back and show up at that date, you can. But you don't have, I mean, it's up to you, you don't have to. At that time, we'll award the bid, and then we'll start moving towards getting everything.
so I would
done.
only come if there's some kind of improvement or some kind of hope in the situation?
Sure, you're welcome to come. I don't want to tell you you can't come. You can always come. But yes, if you want to tell the board that there's, you've got the money and you're going to fix it up, definitely get in touch with Jordan, or you can come to the board any Thursday.
Okay,
Okay?
Okay,
All right.
thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
Okay. We're gonna affirm the order.
Mr. President, can we recall 829 Ames? I believe the owner showed up.
Yeah, we get ready. Motion to affirm the order on 7114 Columbia.
I second.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
We're, on Columbia, we're affirming, yeah, it's okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going back to letter A, 829 Ames, the garage. Looks like the owners are here now.
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you give us your names, please?
My name is Tandalea Gardner.
Gardner?
And Amos Gardner.
Okay, thank you.
Have Tandalea Johnson Gardner as the owner. That's you, ma'am?
That's me.
Okay, so I presented the board with some photos of the garage. And given the condition, it's the city's position that it needs to be torn down unless there's a plan for it. So the garage.
Right.
So you're welcome. Let the board know what your position is on that.
Okay, first of all, I think the house is separate. We did purchase this on the tax lien. Last year, in the summertime, we did go out there, we cleaned it out. We met the owner, the previous owner's daughter, I think, stays next door. And then they had bought the other house, so, we, wanted to see if they wanted anything out of there that was still in there. We did have plans to go in there, but we did get a couple of these letters going back and forth, so didn't know, should we
went over and cleaned it up. so,
Right.
Yeah,
You
we
know.
cleaned it up twice.
clean up twice. And then we did have other people coming around asking, hey, the city's on us, can you help? We need some grass cut, because I came over there in a big box truck, the ride lawnmower and stuff like that. So I did look at it, from what I see, yeah, the door's hanging over, it does need some new siding. The window actually just screens, it was never glass in there, so that's nothing to put screens in this sad house or whatever. But, where the garage we can take the garage door out, I can board it up until, but until to really do anything, I don't have a problem going in there and.
But if you make those temporary things, if you were to board it up or whatever, you're gonna
Yeah.
take the door down, what is your plans after that? Are you
My
going
plan
to?
is to completely restore the garage.
Okay,
I would like, because from my understanding, talking to the previous owner, the daughter said it was a house in front of there. So if we can, the water situation like that, I mean, it'd be a perfect little one-bedroom or whatever,
Is it
whatever.
vacant right now, the land? So there's no house there, or there is a house?
Here's a house
Okay.
next door.
Yeah.
But I think they tried to sell it last year and they haven't sold it.
Right, we spoke to the owner that lives next door to this property. She said her father previously owned like 3 properties on that same street.
Is there, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
That property burned down, so that's how we know so much, and that was her things that was in that garage.
gotcha.
So is there a house associated, or are you saying the house
The
associated?
garage
with 29?
has its own address.
Yes.
So I think the house might have, that's strange that the house would have its own address. I don't know if the house is, I'd have
mean
to
the
look on the
garage?
GIS. I'm
garage.
sorry, the garage. Not there, like, there was a house associated, maybe it's gone, or we knocked it down or something, I don't know.
Mr. Castle brought it up.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Oh, you got Rich?
Previous to us buying it, I thought it was one of those 1950, garage houses. But until we had a chance to get in there, because about time we were going there, this whole tax thing was new to us,
Right.
We didn't end up getting in there that first, fall or whatever, but it was last summer we got in.
So you said your plans are to refurbish the
I do.
garage? But do you have a kind of a time frame that you think that can happen?
I would say maybe by July.
And you're saying that your intention is to make this a one-bedroom, like,
Well, what I can,
I don't think you can convert the garage into a one bed. There's
right.
Can't.
no way.
Even
There's no
if-
way.
Yeah.
Even, that's fine, it's still a storage area.
okay,
You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? So if I, on my personal vehicle, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that should be a problem.
May be a problem with code, but I mean, that's way down the road. Obviously, if you want to refurbish it, we'd like you to refurbish it. I think, given that Johnson has,
Mr. Gardner.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gardner, I apologize. Mr. Gardner has intentions to fix it up. What we can do, and what we've done in past situations would be request, and by the time we bid out the work, 6 to 8 weeks, Mr. Gardner can come back in and give the board an update.
You understand? So you'd have 3 months probably before you can come back to us and you can say, look what I've done so far.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna do, and then we can make a decision at that time.
Okay.
And during that time, he can also get an inspection with Mr. Luter. He can pay for that inspection and get that done, so that way we can, if he wants to rehab it and we move in that direction, which it sounds like Mr. Gardner wants to do, that way we'll be ready to go. And Mr. Luter can give him his contact information, and that way you can get the inspection paid for, keep that moving in the right direction.
Right.
All right. And- Yeah,
Because the previous court date, this is the first one I was able to attend. So she got the impression like it was, hey, we finna tear this down.
well, this is the,
Okay.
If- you were over in court,
Yeah,
that's
we went to court
different.
for it,
Yeah, so this is the first time it's been before this
But
board
not
regarding
in the court.
demolition,
I had spoken to the gentleman,
outside the court.
outside the
Yep.
court, and he was giving me an opportunity, so.
Okay, yeah, so this is a separate proceeding, I guess,
Okay.
Mr. Gardner, I just want to make sure you're clear on that.
Okay.
Okay, so city's request is to affirm the order. I'm only sending, right now, I have 829 Ames, if you have a different address, you can leave it with me, and that way I can get you, that way if you have a notice, you'll get a notice for the next hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
They send it to, okay, I
All
get
right,
it now.
yeah. And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like it's happening right away. We try. Gotcha.
Process
I
is all
gotcha.
new to us, so.
But if you do hire contractors, just make sure they're licensed contractors, and they could explain that to you afterwards to get some work done.
And they'd have to go through the inspection process first anyway.
Right.
Right.
So when we wish you the best, we hope you get it the way you want it, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we contact them when the next time,
Miss, is it Miss Johnson? I'm sorry.
Gardner.
Miss Gardner.
Gardner.
It's Tandalea Johnson Gardner. Okay, that's what I've got. I can make sure to send it, the notice to the right place, and she'll get it.
Okay, good. We're all, okay, thank you. Yes.
So we waiting on a notice from them, 6 to 8 weeks.
You
Yeah.
need to make sure to contact Mr.
Okay,
Luder to
so
get the inspection.
just to be clear, so we get a 6 to 8 week notice.
Mm-hmm.
After this, well, and within the 6 to 8 weeks, we're gonna get it up to par where everything is gone.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks for coming today, okay?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'll get your word for it. Okay, thank you.
Motion to affirm the order on 829 Ames.
I second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, we're good then.
we're good.
Okay, moving on. 5217 Holman.
5217 Homan is the old Jack Fox building on the corner of Fayette and Homan. The owner is listed as a Discovery Investments and Acquisitions out of Chicago. There's also a living trust involved out of California. The condition of the property, an environmental inspection was performed on this property, and there's a significant amount of mold in the property and water. As much as a historic building in the city of Hammond, we have internally run this to ground. We can save it. So someone's here today, given the condition of the property and the environmental situation at the property. I don't think anyone's here. I would request that the order be affirmed as presented.
Can we ask just, what building was this? What was in here? What business?
Originally, it was Jack Fox Men's Store.
Men's store, okay.
Then it became a bunch of other things. The most recent owner was Laughing Right Productions
Right.
out of Gary. I think they lost it on, I don't know if they lost it on foreclosure. There were some issues there.
Okay.
There was a nursing school for a
That's
while
right.
back.
Or the programming, the.
Adult daycare was in there.
Yes, an adult daycare was on the main floor.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Motion to affirm.
I second.
Aye. Letter D, 2117 Sherman, the garage.
2117 Sherman Garage. No one appears. You can see that there's this yellow shed structure.
Yeah.
Got
I
some
see it.
updated photos as well. It's in bad shape. I'm not sure if there's a house associated with it or not. I don't think there is, so.
Is there a house there, Chris?
It's shown by a Ignacio and Alberto Servin out of, on South Buffalo in Chicago. So I'd request that, given the condition of the property, Mr. Lutis confirmed there's no house associated with this. Given the condition of the garage structure, as we request it be affirmed.
Motion to affirm.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Number 10, old business, letter A, 1430 Stanton.
Mr. Grabarczyk is here. The board requested he appear. Last time we were here was February 6th. We had a discussion about the fact that the electricity and plumbing, and he was going to update the board on either he was going to sell it or help him. So that's where we left it.
Good morning. Can you give us your name again one more time, just for the record?
Jake Patrick Grabarczyk.
Okay, and then just let us know where you're at with everything.
So I've acquired the money to hire. I got somebody coming to look Saturday. I don't have them hired yet, but I have the money to start that. And I have a vintage motorcycle I'm going to try and sell and get the rest of the money to do the plumbing. So the plumbing and electrical aren't done. Those are the last two things I
Sorry.
have to do. But like everything else on that list is done. So I guess what I'm asking for is another 90 days to get the electrical done and sell off some of my property so that I could get the plumbing done.
The person you're talking, they're a licensed contractor, I assume?
I don't know if they're licensed, but I don't know if they're licensed with the city of Hammond, so.
They have to be though, right?
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
what he said is he was gonna tell me like what I'm looking at and then recommend somebody who is on
Okay.
that list. But he's coming Saturday.
Okay. So is the city's position to give more time? Is
Well,
that-
I don't, it sounds like we don't know if there's not a coming Saturday, might sell more money. I don't know, Bill, what's the recommendation? In 30 days.
That's what I had in mind too.
Okay,
At least in 30 days, you should have hired somebody by then and have like an end date for us,
sure.
okay? So 30 days, you understand that?
For the electrical, yes.
Okay.
And then,
March 20th? Is it March 20th okay with everybody? Okay.
Motion to set the matter for status for March 20th, 2025.
thank you.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Letter B, status for 941 Reese.
Last time this was in front of the board, excuse me, was on the 23rd of January. Mr. Luter at that point indicated, this is out of Glenwood, Illinois. He indicated at that point that it was 1 to 2 weeks from completion. We were asked for photos, the board asked for photos and reset it for today's date. Mr. Luter has a report.
All right, so I apologize, if we didn't get with Abel Batista handling the rehab, as well as Mr. Batista himself from Cable Properties. They hired one of the busier plumbers we had. They're waiting on him to come back and set the last of the fixtures. I think it's a toilet and a sink. And then they'll be clean up and they'll be ready for final inspection. So if, I trust them to complete. Kevin would like, maybe we can do an order to rescind for next week instead of doing another status?
That's fine.
For next week?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
they prepare the order to rescind
Okay.
and we get it in front of the board next week.
So we'll have it on the agenda for order to rescind next week.
Okay.
Okay.
And obviously conditioned upon the costs being paid. So we'll just have it on next week's agenda.
Okay, so no action today?
No action.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Number 11, registrations, I don't see any. Number 12, the meeting's open to the public. Anybody have anything they want to say? Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Tony Scott. Coming in for these on this block over a year. And he's tagged, some of them have been tagged, and right on is 10 William Street. They parked out of the building over there. I took pictures of it.
10 Williams
Yeah.
with no
Well, they were Illinois plates.
Illinois plates.
Yeah. And I had two down the alley. Down the alley. Care. They parked. I don't know who property it belonged to there for over 2 years.
Okay.
And one drive one of them, but one of them's not running. You know.
You said you have pictures of all? Okay, after the meeting, can you send me those pictures?
Yeah.
And I'll make sure our guys take care of that situation.
Okay.
So,
And
See, the one out 10 Williams, they're parking on an empty lot next to the house, so
Yeah.
I'll be out there checking it out.
right,
Okay.
yep.
I've tagged them vehicles before.
well, then do me a favor, if you need HPD, just let me know and we'll take care of that. Okay.
Yeah. And I about I remember I brought this. It's starting to lean even more. And I talked. What's his name? I can't think of the owner about that tree. And he's like, hey, he's not gonna do nothing about it.
Does anybody about that?
I never, like I told Mr.
Yeah.
Scott, I didn't hear about the complaint. I didn't get the complaint
Yeah.
last time, so I'll check it out.
Yes, please do, because it seems like that's been a long time.
Yeah, that tree's starting to lean more and
Okay,
more.
we'll take care of it, Mr. Scott.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else in the public? Okay.
It's like we're all done with the snow, so no more floundering around in the winter weather.
I like to flounder myself, but,
Okay.
okay.
All right, motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Everyone?